Welcome to T.R.E.E., Trauma-Informed Parenting with Dr. Hasshan. The T.R.E.E. podcast presents resources, skills, and healthy parenting approaches rooted in self-care, self-compassion, and self-love, because we recognize that healthy roots produce healthy fruits. For this session, we're going to talk about advocacy in action. This is a call to action. How do we work together to do something to change our community? So we'll go back and talk about trauma and resiliency building, right? We gave examples of resiliency, such as laughter, encouragement during difficult situations, never giving up, talking through our emotions, and spending quality time as a family. We talked about restorative practices, the implementation of policies and behaviors that support restorative justice at the individual, family, and organizational level. Why restorative practices? Restorative practices can help build community, resolve disputes, manage conflict. Restorative practices focus less on traditional punishment and more on fostering and building healthy, transformative relationships within families, schools, and the community as a whole. Restorative practices are critical at ending gun violence. How do we have a restorative chat? Take a moment and review the image on your screen. It's a process map that walks you through it, really thinking about what happened, where do we go from here, and it gives us some great language, questions, and feedback on how to restore issues when relationships are harmed. So when you think about what does all of this have to do with me and my family, restorative parenting is critical. Restorative parenting is an approach that puts an emphasis on solving problems with your children and young people rather than permissive parenting style or an authoritarian parenting style that either allows them to do whatever they want without a lot of oversight, or is controlling and prevents them from learning to develop to make healthy decisions on their own. Take a moment and look at this feelings wheel. We want to make sure that our children are in touch with and able to articulate how they feel. These are critical for emotional intelligence, right? The reminder is emotional intelligence is the ability to understand, use, and manage your own emotions in a positive way to relieve stress, communicate effectively, empathize with others, overcome challenges, and diffuse conflict. Emotional intelligence also involves your perception of others. When you understand how they feel, this allows you to manage relationships in a more effective way. Some signs of emotional intelligence: getting along with others, self-awareness of strengths and weaknesses, operating with integrity, self-awareness of feelings, being present-focused, self-motivated, and well-placed boundaries. We also went through a chapter around equity. Remember, equality is giving every person the same thing, whereas equity is giving each person what they need to be successful. When we say we work together towards equity, we mean that we fight for a future where every person has what they need to thrive. Equity in practice: equity cannot be achieved through treating all people equally. Rather, it can be achieved through treating all people in an equitable manner, as per their circumstances. Moreover, equality works only if the starting point of every individual is the same. So, when we think about organizing, when we think about advocacy, it's an opportunity to leverage your strengths. Imagine a future. If you're a visionary, right? Visualize a future that excites you, that inspires you, and that motivates you to action. Visionary is someone with ideas, someone with a bold vision for the future. Visionaries unite communities in pursuit of a common goal and aren't afraid to think really big. Visionaries are the ones who say, "I have a dream," such as Dr. Martin Luther King did, and inspire others to agitate with them for change. Visionaries imagine a better world. Then you have researchers. Researchers bring skills and abilities to find answers to questions or solutions to solve a problem. Research skills include the ability to gather information about your topic, review the information, and analyze and interpret the information in a manner that brings us to a solution. Then you have organizers. So a visionary has this big, bold goal in mind. Researchers look into specific areas to help achieve the goal, and the organizer plans out step by step how to address those areas. Organizers talk to people, get them on board with the cause, and figure out the most effective way to mobilize the community. Frederick Douglass said that power concedes nothing without a demand. It never did, and it never will. So to organize, you need to set small goals. An example is after talking to parents and students, the organizer has a community of families who want disciplinary policies related to absenteeism. Where do we start? First, set small achievable goals. Big visions are made up of small goals, and it is through organizing around these small goals that we can affect huge change. This way we can get better results. So although it's important to have the big picture, we want to be able to take the bite-sized approaches to get there, and we do that collectively, right? So we use a community organizing framework because we believe that policies, practices, programs, and decisions will always reflect the values and best interests of those that design them. We believe our communities possess the assets and resources to be self-healing. Therefore, we prioritize the voices of those most impacted by the decisions affecting their communities through our community organizing model that is grounded in a passionate invitation, radical welcome, creating an authentic sense of belonging, explicitly identifying or co-creating roles, prioritizing critical community issues, and individual and collective action towards achieving collective liberation. Advocacy is important, it is critical, and is an activity by which an individual or group aims to influence decision-making within a school, within a political arena, economic change, or social institutions. Advocacy includes activities and publications to influence public policy, laws, and budgets by using facts, their relationships, the media, messaging to educate government officials and the public. Advocacy can simply be storytelling. We use social media as a form of advocacy, and it's critical that our children learn self-advocacy. Self-advocacy is the ability to articulate one's needs, to make informed decisions about the supports that are necessary to meet those needs. So we as parents have to be advocates for our children and teach them to be self-advocates. And there's also a part of it that plays into organizing, where we want our children to contribute their skills and assets to making the world a better place.
I think we all need a pep talk. The world needs you to stop being boring. Yeah, you. Boring is easy. Everybody can be boring, but you're gooder than that. Life is not a game, people. Life isn't a cereal either. Well, it is a cereal. And if life is a game, are we on the same team? I mean, really, right? I'm on your team, be on my team. This is life, people. You got air coming through your nose. You got heartbeat. That means it's time to do something. A poem. Two roads diverged in the woods, and I took the road less traveled. It hurt, man! Really bad. Rocks, thorns, and glass. My pants broke. Wah! Not cool, Robert Frost. But what if there really were two paths? I want to be the one that leads to awesome. It's like that dude Journey said, don't stop believing unless you dream stupid. Then you should get a better dream. I think that's how it goes. Get a better dream and keep going. Keep going, keep going, and keep going. Will Michael Jordan have quit? Well, he did quit. No, he retired. Yeah, that's right. He retired. But before that, in high school, what if he quit when he didn't make the team? who have never made Space Jam. And I love Space Jam. What will be your Space Jam? What will you create will make the world awesome? Nothing if you keep sitting there. That's why I'm talking to you today. This is your time. This is my time. It's our time. We can make every day better for each other. If we're all on the same team, let's start acting like it. We got work to do. We can cry about it, or we can dance about it. We were made to be awesome. Let's get out there. I don't know everything, I'm just a kid. But I do know this. It's everybody's duty to give the world a reason to dance. So get to it. You've just been pep talked. Create something that will make the world awesome.
Take a look at your screen. There are 5 steps to effective organizing. I want you to take a moment, spend some time with them, and think about how these steps and stages can impact your life, impact your child's life, impact your family, and impact your community. You have completed the T.R.E.E curriculum with Dr. Hasshan Batts. Trauma-informed care, restorative practices, emotional intelligence, and equity. The curriculum is yours. Share it with friends. Review it when you need it. Go to the website, check out some of the YouTube videos, and learn more. Because the more you learn, the better individual you'll be, and the better parent you'll be. We, as parents, are the most critical teachers in our children's lives. And again, our children don't learn from what we tell them. They learn through the modeling of who we are and what we do. So commit to healthy parenting through self-care, through healing from our own trauma, through healthy relationships, and through healthy communication and behaviors. This is Dr. Batts. I believe in you, even when you struggle to believe in yourself. I know that you can do this, that you believe in your children, that you love them, and that you are willing to continue to show up in the big ways that you do. And in closing, I want to remind you that you are enough. Even during those moments when you think that you're not, when you think that you're not doing enough, when you think that you're small, when the world tells you that you're not enough and tries to shrink you, you are perfect, whole, and complete. Thank you.